Kris, CEO of Crypto.com, just announced a new AMA, but that's not everything. He also shared a lot of interesting data about Crypto.com, including net profits. Is this finally some bullish news for all these CRO holders out there? Well guys, I would say let's strap in and let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only Coin Baron, and this video is sponsored by WolfSwap, the leading DEX aggregator for Cronos. But more about that later. I first want to talk about, well, a potential bullish catalyst really for Cronos, because the last few weeks have been pretty rough after this new Golden Age for Cronos proposal that right now has been implemented. And well, that wasn't always as easy, because as you can see, as this post mentions here by Albert, Crow finally captured the mindshare attention of people on crypto Twitter. But however, not for the right reason. So finally, guys, we got all those influencers talking about Cronos. We got them talking about Crypto.com, but again, not in a very positive way. What they have been posting online, though, looks a lot like the comments we get on our videos here. I see a lot of complaints, not really about the additional tokens, but more about the communication, or really lack thereof. Because the 2 weeks after the proposal, we heard absolutely nothing, only silence. No explanation whatsoever. And that causes a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty, and also a lot of doubt, because we just did not hear anything. There is, of course, luckily though, a simple solution: communicate. After multiple requests by the community, I think Kris and team finally got the memo, because on the 25th of March, there will be an AMA held with Kris, CEO and co-founder of Crypto.com. And if you want, you can also submit your own questions by using this Google form. And I will leave a link in the description down below. And also, guys, I will be live streaming this AMA event. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe with notifications on so you won't miss this AMA. Anyways, the thing that made me most bullish about this AMA is a comment here by Kris himself. Looking forward to catching up with our community on Tuesday. Hashtag make CRO great again. $CRO. And the last time that Kris said those legendary words, CRO went to 25 cents on TradingView. So guys, we might see again a nice new catalyst for CRO, but of course we have to wait and see what is going to be said in that AMA. But we have some more news by Kris. As I mentioned, he's talking about revenue numbers. But first, a quick message from our sponsor. WolfSwap is an app where you can easily trade your favorite tokens directly on chain. So there's no need for any KYC or anything like that. And for every trade you make, you can also earn XP points that you can see back on your profile. So if I go to the Coin Baron over here in the top right, you can see I earned quite a bit of XP already. And I'm very close to actually hit the silver rank. And therefore, I can actually get some more benefits, which will earn me some more Moon tokens. Go to WolfSwap right now in the description down below and start earning your own XP and Moon tokens. But let's continue the video. Kris did not only post about the AMA, he also posted some very interesting operational data about Crypto.com here. So let's read it together. Crypto.com generated $1.5 billion in revenue in 2024, and we currently have over 140 million users on the platform. The business run in a very efficient way, and after salaries and OPEX, we have about $1 billion in gross profit to reinvest in the growth of the platform. Of that $1 billion, user acquisition, user incentives, and branding cost about $700 million last year, leaving us with net profit of $300 million from operations. As everyone else, we also benefited from appreciation of Bitcoin on our balance sheet. So guys, they got their own Bitcoin reserve, strengthening it to all-time high levels. So really good stuff, guys. Also, these numbers make sense. So Kraken also released a lot of data themselves. They also made about $1.5 billion in revenue. And also, if you take a look at the amount of people working at Crypto.com, it does seem like this is actual true data here. But in general, I think also a cool number here is 140 million users. So the last time we hit something about the user base, it was only 100 million. So they grew very fast, very quickly to 140 million users on their app and their exchange. But that's not everything. He continues also with his thread here. As a result, we're in a position to invest aggressively in the unlikely event of a market downturn, building business organically and through merger and acquisitions. We intend to do both. We lead all crypto exchanges with licenses covering more than 100 jurisdictions and all 5 continents. And he continues by saying a lot of different regulators, so from the US to Dubai to Singapore, they are regulated everywhere. Aside from the time and resources to acquire these licenses, they require routine oversight, including audits and reporting to the world's leading financial regulators. Notably, our global institutional exchange business is the fastest growing in the world, as also has been told here by CoinGecko. We publicly announced our 2025 roadmap in November, which illustrates our path to ambitiously expand our product and service offering to include stocks, banking, and credit cards. As part of this, we have acquired companies and licenses to offer derivatives trading in various markets and have already launched stocks and ETF trading in the US, with more to come soon. We are very bullish on our future, particularly in the US market, given the new administration enthusiasm for our sector. My meeting with the president gave me the confidence that he will deliver on his campaign promise to make the US a global leader in cryptocurrency. If you are as bullish about crypto as us, we have 500 plus openings globally, which you can find on their website over there. So a lot of places, guys, they are operating. But wow, a lot of information here that typically is not shared by Crypto.com because they are a private company. They do not have to share their revenue numbers. They do not have to share also their operating cost. This is really pretty new for Crypto.com. But that's also why I started to speculate a bit. Why does he start to share this? Because in the past, I ask here something. In the past, what Kris said, it is good to be able to see everyone's cards without showing yours. When we start to share our numbers, you can assume a listing is incoming. There is no other reason to do this. And you have to see this in the context of Kraken showing their revenue numbers. You can see here as well, $1.5 billion as revenue for Kraken. So really interesting stuff. Might this mean, because right now we're just sharing their numbers, that a listing is incoming? Well, a bit of speculation. Some people might also say it has to do with all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt right now. Some people are saying that Crypto.com is going bankrupt. Again, I think it's not the case. And also, again, it makes no sense because Crypto.com, they ask quite high fees on the app. So I do think that business model is quite healthy. Having said that, those were not all the tweets today by Kris. He is really on a rampage because he also commented here on this post by Cronos Chain, the official Cronos Chain account. So we are aware that some of our Cronos ambassadors have been suspended on X. And not only Cronos ambassadors, also Crypto.com ambassadors. This appears to be affecting many across the broader crypto community as well, and working closely with both our ambassadors and X to resolve this ASAP. Hang tight, CrowFam. We got your back. So what Kris mentioned here, I will personally make sure this is elevated to senior management at X and resolved. Everyone should be able to express themselves freely. Coordinated campaigns to report users who simply exercise their right to free speech are just an attempt to game the system, hoping for a prompt resolution. Honestly, I'm very glad that Kris takes this matter seriously because these ambassadors are people like Pampa, Silla, Khan, Ches, and so many others. But those are just volunteers trying to help out people on Crypto.com, on Cronos, and they don't get paid anything. So, I mean, it's a good thing that you also look after your people, right? Anyways, good stuff, Kris. Keep it up. With all the events that happened today, I'm feeling a lot more bullish, and I'm definitely not the only one. I think today shows again why trust and communication are so important. But okay, let me know if you're also feeling bullish by hitting the like button and subscribing for more. But if you have some more questions, for example, about the 70 billion mint, you can also check out this video from yesterday because there you can learn a lot more about the unlocks and also the vesting schedule.